Welcome to Storied Audio. For almost 4 years, Daniel and Miranda had been inseparable. Not dramatic, not toxic, not the kind of couple who burned too bright and collapsed under their own fire. They were steady, warm. Two people who built routines around each other without even noticing. Sunday pancakes, late-night documentaries, the way she always stole his hoodies, the way he always kissed the top of her head when she walked past him. And then one afternoon, she sat across from him on their small apartment couch, hands trembling in her lap. "I care about you," she whispered, "but I feel like I need something different. I don't know what it is yet. I need to leave." No screaming, no accusations, just a quiet, devastating honesty. He didn't beg, he didn't guilt her. He only nodded, even as his chest cracked open. "If this is what you need," he said softly, "I hope you find it." They hugged at the door. A long, shaking embrace between two people who used to mean everything to each other, and then she was gone. And life moved on. 5 years passed. Daniel rebuilt. Slowly, carefully. He moved to a new city, took a promotion, and during a business trip to Chicago, he met Elise, bright, charming, elegant in a way that felt effortless. She laughed at his jokes, remembered his coffee order, and after a year together, he proposed. He loved her. He truly believed he did. Then one evening, while reviewing wedding venue options, he noticed an unread email. From Miranda. His heart stuttered. They hadn't spoken since the breakup. Not once. He clicked it. There was no greeting, no nostalgia, no small talk. Just a single paragraph that made his blood run cold. "Daniel, I know your fiancée. Her name isn't Elise. She's used at least 4 aliases. She's a con artist. She targets men with savings, drains their accounts, and disappears. I found out by accident, but I couldn't stay silent. Please check for yourself. I'm sorry to bring this to you, but you deserve the truth." At first, he laughed, a short, disbelieving sound. Miranda wasn't cruel, but this had to be a mistake. Elise was kind, gentle. She volunteered at an animal shelter. She cried at movies. But something in the email made him start to doubt her. So he checked. A background search. A few old public records. A couple of names that didn't match. A birth date that shifted depending on the document. A previous address tied to a fraud investigation. His stomach twisted. He dug deeper. For weeks, he barely slept, barely ate. He followed digital trails, cross-checked photos, found old social media accounts that she tried to hide. And then he found it, a mugshot. Her face. Younger. Harder. But unmistakably her. Her real name, Lena Hart. His hands shook as he closed the laptop. The next evening, he confronted her. She walked into the living room, smiling, asking if he wanted Thai food for dinner. But when she saw his expression, the color drained from her face. "Lena," he said quietly. She froze. He had never seen someone go so pale so fast. "I know," he continued. "I know everything. The aliases, the men, the money, all of it." Her knees buckled, and she collapsed onto the couch, sobbing. "Daniel, please," she choked out. "I was going to stop. I swear. I really do love you. I didn't plan to hurt you. I've been doing this for so long, I don't know how to be anything else." He stared at her, the woman he thought he would marry, and felt something inside him break. "I loved you," he whispered, "until I found out who you really are." A knock sounded at the door. Her head snapped up, eyes wide with terror. "No," she gasped. "Please tell me you didn't." But he had. He stepped aside as the officers entered. They had already reviewed the evidence he sent, already connected her to multiple open cases. She sobbed as they cuffed her, begging him not to let them take her, begging him to forgive her, begging him to believe she loved him. He couldn't look at her. When the door closed behind them, the apartment felt impossibly silent. 3 days later, he finally replied to Miranda. "Thank you. You saved me and my savings. I don't know how you found out, but I'm grateful. If you'd like to catch up, maybe we could get coffee." Her response came 10 minutes later. "Yes. Tomorrow." He saw her before she saw him. She looked older, not in a bad way, just softer. Sadder, like someone who had carried too much alone. Her hair was longer, her posture a little guarded, her eyes scanning the cafe with a nervous hope that made his chest ache. When she spotted him, she smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. They sat, ordered coffee, and for a moment, neither spoke. Finally, he asked, "How have you been?" Her breath hitched. "Lonely," she admitted, "and regretful. I regretted breaking up with you the moment I walked out your door. I thought I needed something different, but all I found was emptiness. I never loved anyone else. I tried to move on, but I couldn't. I ruined the best thing I ever had." Her voice cracked, and she looked down at her hands. "I'm sorry, Daniel. For everything. For leaving. For hurting you. For waiting 5 years to say this." He swallowed hard. "Miranda." She reached across the table, her fingers trembling as they touched his. "Do you think," she whispered, "that you could ever forgive me? Maybe we could try again. I know I don't deserve it, but I had to ask." He stared at her hand in his. He remembered the nights he almost panicked after she left. The hollow ache that lasted months. The way he told himself he was over her, even when he wasn't. And yet, he also remembered the years they spent loving each other quietly, gently, honestly. "I won't lie," he said softly. "You broke my heart. But I never stopped caring about you." "Not really." Her eyes filled instantly, tears slipping down her cheeks. She stood, walked around the table, and wrapped her arms around him. He held her tightly, feeling her shake against him. "I'll be better this time," she whispered. "I'll be honest. I'll talk to you. I won't run again." He rested his forehead against hers. "Then we'll start slow," he murmured. "But yes, we can try." She sobbed, not from pain this time, but from relief. Two people who once meant everything to each other found their way back, not through fate or chance, but through truth, forgiveness, and the quiet, stubborn love that they felt for each other. Subscribe to the channel for more audio stories.